One of the most exciting survival horror games out there is going to be coming out very soon. Silent Hill F by Konami. Super excited for this because I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. I've played most of the games except for Silent Hill 4. I kind of dropped it. Sorry, I didn't like it all that much. But Silent Hill F is being produced by an entirely new studio, not Blooper Team, another one in Taiwan. And the biggest change for this game is definitely the fact that it's going to be set in Japan. This honestly for Silent Hill fans is a bit of a surprise. I mean, because Silent Hill, at least most of its stories, take place in the town Silent Hill. So for it to take place in Japan, what is the explanation behind this, you know? So Silent Hill F seems to be marking a bold departure from the series' traditional setting, and it's of course have confirmed a shift that could redefine the very identity of Silent Hill. Historically, like I said, it's always been anchored town in that town, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a continuation. Instead, Konami has confirmed that this title will be a completely new story. It's set in the 1960s Japan, and it will be a standalone. Doesn't act as a sequel to the previous Silent Hill games. And so, it does create this possibility that Silent Hill is going to evolve beyond the town itself and explore different settings. Potentially even giving Konami the freedom to create more new and varied horror experiences while preserving, of course, the core psychological terror that we know and love. When we think of Silent Hill, it's always been this town, but it has this manifestation of personal trauma, guilt, and psychological torment of every individual who steps into it. Whatever they hold within themselves manifests, in this town. And so I think what's really happening here is that Konami wants to make Silent Hill not just a place, but a phenomenon that is not tied to any location, but rather can act as a zone where personal guilt, where those unresolved traumas and repressed emotions come to life in, of course, horrific and tangible ways. That Silent Hill is, in any place, and it's everywhere. It really just depends on the person and their issues coming to light, coming to life. So I think a concept like this can allow the franchise to transcend its traditional setting, and it suggests that Silent Hill could theoretically happen anywhere. And so we can have any setting we'd like. This can be great, but there is a proving ground still for Silent Hill F because the game hasn't come out yet. It's coming out later this year. So they really need to prove this concept to be really good. Because if it doesn't, then people are like, you know what? Can we just go back to the Silent Hill town? I don't like the creative approach that Konami went for. So we'll definitely see how this game is going to bode. Of course, the story is going to be written by the creator who made When They Cry. It's a very popular Japanese visual novel series, and it hints that there's a more story-driven, narrative-focused approach that could broaden the scope of the horror in Silent Hill F. Of course, the psychological horror will be influenced by a lot of Japanese folklore. I think even some of the more, really old horror mythos of Japan. So we'll definitely see how they're gonna pull this off. I'm super stoked. It's definitely a big shift. Fans are gonna have to be open-minded about this. We only have one cinematic trailer that has come out, and to be honest, I really got a good idea of what we're gonna anticipate. But of course, I know there's gonna be some great surprises that we will only discover when the game comes out. Of course, there's gonna be a few more Silent Hill games in the works. There's still the Townfall. I still don't know what has happened with that game, but it seems that at the pace of what Konami's going at, we could get a Silent Hill spinoff and then a Silent Hill remake. But I think all in due course, of course. So who is excited for Silent Hill F? I know I am. And how do you feel about its new and bold approach? Is this something that you're down for, or do you rather have the franchise still remain in its traditional setting in the town of Silent Hill? Do you believe that it's more than just a setting, or that Silent Hill could be a concept, a living concept, a phenomenon that could happen anywhere, which could help evolve the franchise as well? Do let me know, share your thoughts and opinion. And with that, we're going to be wrapping it up here on the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next episode every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Keeping you guys busy and entertained all throughout the weekend shift, only here on Pulse 95. This is Mikail Atiyeh signing out. Have a good one.